What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So I did want to talk about something here in the Crew franchise that did end up ending in the Crew 2, but in ways I kind of wish it would end up coming back, but then again, it's probably not going to. This exact thing is going to be the live contracts that were in the Crew 2. Funny part is, I'm also going to talk about another game that had a similar situation, which is going to be Red Dead Online. But before I talk about that, though, let's first go over what a live contract was in the Crew 2 if you might have gotten into the game later, because if you probably did end up playing the Crew 2 at a later date, you most likely did not even know about the live contracts. What these basically were pretty much going to be daily missions or daily challenges you can complete, and doing those would also get you crew credits in-game. This was going to be a very cool thing because if you were going to log on, it gave you a reason to log on daily. You would want to do those to get the crew credits. Now, I don't remember how much it was. I do also know it wasn't going to be a huge amount, but the thing is, though, getting on daily and doing those challenges was going to stack up month after month, and that would end up allowing you to buy different vanity items and different things by simply logging onto the game, doing the challenges, getting some free crew credits, and boom. But the thing is, though, that was going to be removed. Now, with that, though, that also did bring a lot of confusion to, like, the fan base. A lot of the players were wondering why they were removed. People were asking them to bring them back, like, let us get our own crew credits and stuff. We all do know in Motorfest, some of the playlist stuff is going to have them as, like, the main timeline reward in those, but they're only going to give you a certain amount, and it's not going to be every single playlist, compared to the Crew 2 having daily missions you can get on and get crew credits every day. The main reason why I hate to admit this, and also I feel like people are going to agree, but the reason why they most likely did end up removing this is probably down to one simple thing. If people are going to be able to keep stacking getting free crew credits every single day, they are most likely not going to be able to want to buy the crew credits or probably look at the packs and stuff. And if you are going to get on, you can get free crew credits, then that is probably going to make most players never buy the packs for the crew credits. So that was the big theory I had on it. Now, with that being said, though, I was also looking at more information trying to find a photo of this or like what the live contracts and stuff look like. And I did manage to find that, guys, which you probably did notice was going to be the thumbnail of this video. But I'll also show another screenshot of this showing some of the challenges you had to do. So, for example, one of them was going to be complete the powerboat events. One was going to be travel like 100 kilometers with a ground vehicle in free drive. You would then end up seeing something like earn 1,200 followers in free drive. So these were going to be fun challenges you could do daily, getting yourself crew credits when logging on, doing them. Now this was probably going to be a bit insane because I do not remember them giving you this much crew credits, but then again, it has been a long time since this was in the game. But with that, though, you would be able to get yourself around 2,500 crew credits per challenge, which is around 7,500 crew credits by doing these every single day. At least that's what I did see online. It was going to be a daily reset or whatever. Most likely probably around the time you did them, or maybe there was like a set time. Again, it's been a while. Let me know in the comments. But either way, though, 7,500 crew credits is going to be insane being able to get that daily. That is probably going to be a reason why they did end up removing it. But you know what, though? I gotta admit, like, I feel like instead of removing it, maybe just take down the main crew credits you get, or at least lower it. So yeah, maybe 2,500 is too much. Let's maybe keep the contracts in the game. Why can't they give you like 500 or something per main challenge? That's only 1,500 a day. That would give you a reason to log on daily. You can't really buy much with 1,500 crew credits. Cars are going to cost 50, 70, 80,000. At least if you were to get some of these crew credits daily in around a month or so, you could probably buy a vehicle or some different vanity items that were in the store. So yeah, it's going to give a player a reason to jump on every single day. It kind of does bother me that instead of leaving this in there, maybe lowering it a bit, they basically completely removed it from the game. We all do know it's not a Motorfest either. Then again, Motorfest doesn't even have daily challenges in the game at all, which is kind of unfortunate. They really did remove so many things from Motorfest compared to the Crew 2. Kind of frustrates me, like, why not add the live contracts in there, like daily challenges and stuff? I have talked about this in other videos. Maybe have like 500 crew credits in it, give yourself some XP and stuff like that. You can then like reset it, do it again the next day. That would give players a reason to jump on the game every single day. You can have something like powerboat events, street races, drive this car for like 15 miles or something. Do these 2 events, do like 3 events in this class or something like that. I guarantee right now a lot more players are going to want to get onto the game daily being able to see something like crew credits in there, maybe some extra XP or something, maybe you can get like a bonus on top of that when doing the challenges, like you've got to give players a reason to jump on it. And I feel like completely removing it is most likely not going to be the best way to fix something. Instead, maybe lower the numbers you get. Now, again, I understand that if you're going to be getting crew credits, we can all admit right now 500 crew credits per challenge with 3 of them. 1,500 crew credits a day is not going to hurt them or like make players not want to buy crew credits, because I gotta admit, I don't think players are buying them now because there's really no point of buying crew credits at all. And I feel like players are not going to spend $20 or $30 on crew credit packs to buy a tire or like a tire smoke. Am I right? That doesn't really have much sense to it. And speaking of completely removing the live contracts from the game, the funniest part to me every time I log on to this, I do the summits. Y'all ever notice this big orange bus here if you're newer to the crew too? This was going to be the location for the live contracts. Yes, this orange bus here. There is going to be one of these in every single HQ in the game. Again, they did end up closing everything completely, so now the bus is just randomly here. Kind of does make you wonder because you can tell it was supposed to be part of the game, but it was going to be removed. Kind of bugs me a bit because they easily could have kept the challenges in the game, and what is that view? I was behind that thing. Oops. But you could definitely tell, though, they easily could have kept this in the game again. Probably could have moved this over to Motorfest in some way. Maybe had something like this in the Motorfest 10 or something. You can earn, like, special, I guess, crew credits from daily challenges again. But instead, there's nothing like that. Really does not make any sense to me. The other thing is, though, as I did mention, guys, I was talking about Red Dead Online earlier, which I think did a similar thing. We all do know the live contracts were pulled from the crew too. They're never going to be in Motorfest. We all do know people are probably not buying crew credits anyway, so I'm kind of doubting that they're going to give us daily challenges to where we can get it, even though 500 crew credits per a daily challenge of 3 of them daily is not going to break anything, man. In fact, it would probably make a lot more people play the game because of the current state that it's in, where a lot of players are probably not even on it because there's not a reason to log on to it daily. But if that was in there, then yeah, it would give you a reason. So as I did mention in the early part of the video, I was also talking about Red Dead Online, which is a similar thing. I guess it could be a tad different, but I'm thinking they probably had the exact same motive behind them. If players are going to be getting free gold bars or free crew credits, then that is probably not going to want to have the idea of players buying them, so they're going to have to nerf it or even remove it altogether. That way it's going to make more players inclined to probably buy the gold bars or even crew credits, which I gotta admit is insanely unfortunate. But back on Red Dead Online though, you basically could do dailies every day. I'm not sure how many you had to do. It's been a minute. I might have been 1, might have been 2 or something to keep that streak going. I think it was only 1. You would get up to like 28 days and get like a free map or something. There was legit people getting around 300 plus days on daily streaks getting on the game, doing the challenges and stuff like that. Now I know the higher streak you got, I think when you started you get like zero point 0.2 gold bars, later you get like 0.4, but you can legit get around 4 gold bars, I think it was a day or something like that. It might have been 0.5, guys, do let me know in the comments, it has been a minute. But either way though, you could basically keep logging on daily, increasing that streak and constantly getting more gold bars, or even in the crew part of it, you could probably get crew credits. It would always give you a reason to jump on and do it. Now I do understand, I think on Red Dead Online, they basically nerfed the gold bars you can get from it, and obviously the streak would end up ending after a while, so you couldn't keep doing it and stuff. And instead of getting like a map where you can get more gold bars, they would end up giving you money and stuff. So yeah, a lot of people weren't very happy about that, but it kind of reminds me of the crew because it's legit the same thing in a lot of ways. And that does also make me aim toward the aspect of them probably looking at the fact of, well, if we did remove this or even nerf it, maybe that would incline more players to buy the gold bars or even want the crew credits. But I feel like we could probably all agree it's most likely going to annoy people than rather than making people want to buy the said items in the game. Am I right? The best way I would find to do it, instead of just completely removing it, like for example in Red Dead, how if you got the 28 streak, you would then go back to 0. You would end up not getting like the special map and getting gold bars from it once you did end up getting the 28-day streak, and people are not going to be happy about it. Similar in jumping back over to the crew, for example, they did end up basically removing it, and people were like, yo, well, I kind of like doing those every day. I enjoyed logging on, doing the challenges. Why not add more stuff into them? Maybe rotate them or something to where maybe only a few days a week you might end up getting crew credits, again, make it a lower number. Doesn't have to be 2,500 or 7,000 a day, make it like 15. That would still make players want to get on the game. And in fact, I feel like something like that would be madly helpful in the Crew Motorfest, because at the moment there is nothing on the game that keeps you going on it daily. There's no challenges. There is basically nothing like that. While the Crew 1 also had daily challenges, I think there was only one though, and I do not believe they gave you crew credits. I think they did. Man, it's been a minute. Again, I can't unfortunately check because there's not a way to check. But having something like daily challenges that players can log on, do those every single day and get the items from them, the rewards, that is going to make a lot more players excited to play the game, whether it's going to be like a streak, like for example on Red Dead, why not have that on the Crew Motorfest? Maybe after like a 5-day streak of doing the dailies, you get like a money or XP bonus. These are little things that they could easily implement into the game. Also, something I gotta admit here regarding like the companies and all that, if you're going to add something like challenges having the main currency that you're going to ask people to buy eventually, maybe you shouldn't have those as daily challenges and then end up nerfing them, removing them. That is honestly not a great look. Do let me know what y'all think about this in the comments below. Personally, I feel like seeing the live contracts going away was pretty dang unfortunate. And on top of that though, the craziest part to me is after they did end up removing the live contracts, we all do know we did end up getting the daily challenges for the motor pass and all that back in the day. There's obviously not going to be one now, so they can't have daily challenges for a motor pass, but you could easily implement something like the live contracts back in a Motorfest, put a twist on it, have like the streak thing and all that, bring crew credits back. There is definitely ways to do this and improve the game. Again, let me know what y'all think about this in the comments below.